Hey, Taco here. Just wanted to go back over something that we talked about last year a little bit when we were talking about reading charts, and something that I mentioned last time on my YouTube about radio communication that I left off, and something very important to remember when you're flying around, especially if you get away from your home airfield. This is my home airfield down here. This is Hartsville, and one of the things we mentioned before was this information block, which is kind of a very close by to the airport. It may be on any side, but anyway, contains some information you need to know. The name of the airport, what frequency you can listen to the automated weather service if it has one, your elevation above sea level, and very important, and I know you can't see this, but it says 122.8 and then the letter C inside a magenta circle. So that frequency, 122.8, is the Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, or CTAF. And what that means is, it's a lot of fancy airplane words for the frequency we all need to use to talk to each other as we fly around the airport. So I don't know how the FAA or FCC makes the decision about who gets what frequency, but there are several right around that also use 122.8. If you look up here, this is Sherrall, and it also uses 122.8. This one over here is Marlborough County, 122.8 again. So a lot of times when I'm flying around in the paramotor up above this area, and I pretty much have stayed within this red circle that I just drew. This is MACB right here where I flew to last, and I think that's as far out as I have gone from my local airport, so just outside this magenta ring. But I can hear these guys all the way over here in Sherrall and Marlborough, and one of the things I said in my last video was tell where you are, who you are, what you're doing, or what your intentions are. And then at the very last thing you should say again is to the traffic, where you are again. So in my case, Hartsville traffic, green paramotor, preparing for takeoff, grass strip, runway 03 at Hartsville. That way if somebody up in Sherrall heard the first part of my transmission but maybe missed where I was, after I say all what I'm doing, when I say at Hartsville, these guys would know, the Sherrall and Marlborough people would know, hey, this guy's not in Hartsville. He's not in Sherrall or not in Marlborough. He's in Hartsville. We don't have to worry about it. Whereas if I'm flying around Hartsville and somebody says they're preparing to land on runway 21 at Hartsville, even if I miss the first part, maybe my music was playing on my headphones and I need to turn it down real quick. I catch preparing to land runway 21 at Hartsville. I know to look up and look around and try to find out where this guy's coming from, so I know whether or not it's safe for me to take off, and what I should do. Should I wait? Is he 10 miles out? Helps make good decisions about aviating. Now the thing is, not all airports, even airports that are close to each other, use the same frequency. So for example, hard for you to see, this is Hartsville Airport. This is the private dirt strip that I've taken off of before. Basically, they're a couple air miles away from each other. If you could see it, 122.9. So even though these airports are within a stone's throw of each other, once I take off of Hartsville, if I get near this guy, if I had two radios, I would listen out to 122.9. If I was going to land here, I definitely want to change frequencies and let them know that I'm coming in. Darlington, 123.0. So if I fly from Hartsville over to Darlington, somewhere in here, I need to change frequencies. So I know what's going on at the Darlington airport. So that's one thing you got to watch out for. Make sure that your radio's on the right frequency, and that as you're flying around, maybe I fly from Darlington to Marlborough to Sherrall and then back to Hartsville. Maybe I got a lot of gas and a lot of time to waste and great weather. Potentially I could have several different frequencies I need to keep track of. Pageland's 122.9. So, you think about a triangle, maybe from Hartsville to Sherrall. So we got 122.8, 122.8, 122.9, 122.8. So you think of several different frequencies you might have to use. So make sure that whenever you're flying, you're using the appropriate frequency. You know where you are. You tell other people where you are and what you're doing, because you don't want to go